Hey guys, it is currently 7:36 p.m. on September 21st, and today I've been working on the Man of Darkness cover for the normal print book, and then I also need to do the large font, and I also need to do the ebook, and I need to format the ebook, and format the large font, and all of that, but right now we are just focusing on the main cover. I was going to screen record it. I started to screen record it, but it tragically slows the computer way down, and this Photopea is slow enough as is on a normal day, so I just couldn't handle that. So I do have the cover completed, except for the spine at the moment, so I'm going to go ahead and show that to you. I don't have a ton of space on my iPad, which is what I'm recording on right now, so I'm going to do my best to switch back and forth between my iPad and my phone to show you some things, to talk through some things, go from there. But I'm going to switch to my phone quick, show you the computer, and we'll go from there.
Alright, so first things first, we have the cover template, which I got from KDP. As long as the time lapses at the beginning of this video, you saw me preparing this and putting it in here and all of that. And this is on Photopea. Kind of like a free Photoshop thing, so hooray. Step one, I added my cover image, which I designed the initial back in March of 2018, it looks like. And it doesn't normally look like that. I have it faded right now so I can see stuff. I'll add that. So the original was just him. I added the light a month or two ago, I think, because it's very important to the story. It's the light, it's the afterlife, basically. And it looks very bright and gorgeous on my phone. It's a different pink in real life, just as a heads up. But I'll get rid of that again. As you can see, the important thing is to make sure that none of the important stuff is in this red area here. Let's get rid of that for a second. This. And you don't want anything important to go past this black dotted line. But you do need stuff to extend all the way to the edges. So with this one, we have everything ending at the dotted lines in hopes that that is actually where it will cut off. And then I just have the opacity down at the moment, so that way I could show you this part. But then I added the layer of black in the background because the whole cover is black. You can do different designs on your cover, you can put extra stuff in there. I still might, I haven't decided yet. And then I added the title, bam, and then my name, bam. And it doesn't, on the screen that you're looking at, it blends in here, but it does not in real life. I can see it very well in real life. And then I added that. Alrighty, so Hellish is the name of the series that Miles fits into. It's not like a continuous series like the Bo Osden series or anything like that. Pretty much just a bunch of standalone novellas that all belong in this underground universe. All of my books take place in the same universe, and this one also takes place in the same universe as like Cut to the Kill and Ashes and the Light and all of that. But it's like the characters specifically related to this book are the Hellish series. And then the other thing I added, oh, and also this pink matches this. And I did all of these on Designer. But then the other thing I did was the back of the book text, which is the description and all of that. So up here, we have a quote that's from the prologue of the book, like my favorite quote in the whole book. And then we have the title of it again, and then we have the actual description. And if you turn the black layer in the background down on the opacity, you can see that all of these are inside the red line. So none of those go into that area, and they do not go beneath the barcode. So theoretically, everything is good. The last thing that I need to do is the spine width here. So I need to make that on Designer, and that's my next step. And then I need to put my book title and my name. And there's a design that I want to do, but I don't know if the spine of the book is wide enough to do it, so we'll see. And I'll give you guys an update once I have that done. Alright, so I'm still designing the spine of the book over here on Designer, but this is very laggy and slow. I don't even know where the hell my cursor is. I was going to show you how laggy it was, but I can't even find my cursor. Oh, so like here, you can see my cursor. It vanishes as soon as I get here. because this is very lagged out. So I do have this saved as a PSD, so I hope I have it saved recently, and I believe it's once I had all of this stuff on it. Okay, so there, I have my cursor back. But either way, it's very, very slow when I'm actually doing things. So I'm going to exit out of this. I'm going to make the spine of the book. I'm going to put that in. We're going to go from there. I don't think I'm going to get these covers done today because there is something that I think I want to do. And my cursor has vanished again. There's something I want to do here in the background. And it's a design that I had initially talked about putting here on the spine, but there's just not enough room on the spine. So I'm going to do with this what I did with Cut to the Kill and Ashes in the Light. So the title will be at the top, my name will be at the bottom, and there will be a Reaper blade there in the middle. Same thing there, and we'll do that here. And then I'm going to do the spine design that I had initially planned here instead, behind the text, and we'll see what that looks like. But I think that's something that I'll have to do tomorrow. I'm going to work on designing it tonight, but we'll see what happens. And then I'm considering doing like some pink speckles here and up here to break up just the darkness of the cover, but I'm not 100% sure if that's something I want to experiment with right now or not, but we'll see. I'm also considering exporting it to my phone to do that now, because I was going to try it here, and that's what this pink dot is, but it's just too laggy once I tried to actually draw on it, so I don't know if that will happen. I think that's something that I'll be able to do with my covers once I have an art tablet, but that's going to be a while. So for now, I'm going to exit out of this, finish the spine of the book, and we'll go from there, and I'll see you guys at some point. Alright, so I've put the spine of the book in, and you can ignore the weird dot pattern up here. That was from me moving this specific one up, and I don't know how to get rid of that, but it doesn't have the dots in the real version. I might have to redo some of this on Designer, because it doesn't look it on my phone, but some of it looks a little, not fuzzy, but jagged. I don't think moving closer will help you see that. Oh, you sort of can. So like here you can see that it looks jagged. And they kind of all look like that. The only one that doesn't really is this one. And I don't know. We'll see if it looks like that once I put it in the KDP, and if it does, I'll do it all in Designer and we'll go from there. But for now, I'm going to export the image that's under this, the background image, onto my phone, so that way I can do that thing that I was talking about here in the background, and we'll see what that looks like and go from there. I'm exhausted and ready for a nap, but I slept plenty today. So I'm going to do my best to just push through and keep doing cover design stuff and eventually get back into writing and so on and so forth. But for now, we're going to move on to the next step of this.
Alright, so it's 9:38 and I finished designing the thing, and I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but you sort of can. There you go. It says hellish, and then I'll zoom in, but it will make it look a little blurry. That's not too bad. So you can sort of see that. I'm sorry for all the reflections, but hooray. So I'm going to upload it to Google Photos from my phone, download it onto the computer, open up Photopea again, open up the PSD file, and then put that in the background, see what it looks like, go from there. See what happens.
Alright, so this is what we're working with. I really, really do like this in the background. I downed the opacity of it a bit, makes it blend in a bit better. So I've saved it again as a PSD just in case I need to change anything, and then I'm going to export it. Traditionally you would export it as a PDF, but I know for a fact that if I do it from this particular application, it will not be the correct size, even though I imported it from the KDP template thing. So we're going to do it as a PNG. And I did notice something when I went to export it last time, and I'll show that to you in just a second once this loads. So I'll be back with you when that happens. Ooh, I lied. Here we are. So this is what I was talking about. I thought that these looked blurry, but they don't once they're in here, which is great. But these are. This is blurry. He's blurry. And this is blurry, but everything else is fine. And I know there's a glare for you, and I'm sorry for that, but I cannot record the screen. It's way too slow if I do. And I have stuff to do. But all of these are clear, and that's great. So I'm going to save it as a PNG. Like I said, quality is at 100. Save that bad boy. And I'll be back once it downloads down here, and once I have an Excel sheet open that I was sent when I was doing the cut to the kill cover. We'll go from there. Okay, Excel sheet. This is what I was sent when I was having issues with cut to the kill. So this one is black and white paper. It is this one 5.06 by 7.81, and it is 180 pages. And then we're gonna click cover, and that will give me the dimensions of the cover. So what I need to put in is this number, and let me zoom in for you. Zoom over this way. There we go. So this is the cover height thing we're looking at, 8.06, which as you can tell is bigger than the cover itself. And then the same with down here. We're looking for 10.78. So I'm going to put those dimensions into Designer and import the PNG into that, and then I'll see you in a few. Alright, same as I've been doing, I'm going to do my best to hold my phone up here so that you guys can actually see what I'm doing. One of these days I'll invest in one of those like mini gooseneck stands that clip to the edge of your desk, but for now we're just going to hold it. But here's the PNG of the full cover, so I'm going to add that here. I'm going to wait for it to load in, which is what this little spinny thing is doing. Okay. And then I'm going to use as background. Looks good. So I think the only thing that I want to change, and I'm going to zoom in a little bit. I think I want to change these because I still don't think they look as good as they could. Zoom in a bit more. Yeah, so I think even here, this I think is the same size as this, and you can sort of see the difference. It might not be quite as clear for you guys, but this is much clearer and this is blurry for me, and he's pretty blurry too. So we're going to see if we can fix that. So the first thing I'm going to do is import him from over here. Wait for him to load in. See, he's very, very clear here, for me anyway. I know that he's sort of blurry for you guys, but he's very, very clear on my screen now, which is great. So I'm going to shrink him down a smidge. I don't know how much I shrank it down the first time, so I'm going to tip it. Which way are you tipped, sir? That way, okay. So I'm going to use this little arrow here to turn him. That looks about straight on. And then use this one to bring him in. I think that's smaller. Oh, you're not completely straight on. Okay. So I'm just gonna do my best to line him up here. And I wish you guys could see the difference clearer, because I can see the difference and it's insane. I think you need to be tipped a little bit more. Yep. I think they're the same size. Yeah. Okay, so then just to be safe, I'm also going to come over here and add icons. I can never remember where the hell it is. I just need a circle. Let's see if we can color this one black. Yes, I can. So up here, and I'm just going to do all of them just to make sure. And then we are going to arrange See if we can focus on that. No, what if I move you closer? Sorta. Send to bottom, and then that will put it behind this guy, and then we're just gonna shrink this down to only cover the unsightly creature that he is hiding. Beautiful. So now he's fixed. Okay? He looks much better now. And again, I can't get him to focus better than that for you, but trust me, he looks much better now. So I'm gonna do the same with these two. And for those, you just import normal text wherever the hell that's gonna pop in. Oh, I see. Designer's not responding. That's cool. Is that my text? That is my text. I need you to be that color. Thank you. And then I'm gonna go up here. I'm just gonna scroll down to it. That's easier. And then I think it was like 20. I guess we'll find out. But then I need both hands for a few, so I'm going to type Man of Darkness in here, and then I'm going to do it with my name, and then get them tipped on their side and put into place, and then I'll be back. Oh yeah, and do that black box cover up on this one. Then I'll be back. Alright, so everything on the spine here has been replaced, which is great. So I'm going to go over to Download and get PDF. And you want high resolution print quality, and I'm gonna do current design even though there is only one. I just am paranoid. So then start download, and it will download the PDF the same way that it would if it was a PNG or a JPEG. And then I'm going to open up the Word document, and that's downloading. The PDF is downloading down there. I'm going to open up the Word document. Actually no, I need to do the title page for the inside of the book, so that's this part. So let me open up a thing for that on Designer here, and we'll do that next. So I'm just going to use the same template that I used for the back and the front cover, so they're just like 5 something, I don't know how big they are, but either way, I'm going to open that up and import this same image, and then I'll show you from there. Alright, so just so you can see it, for these, I had them the size of the front cover based on the measurements that are given on the original template, not the Excel sheet, the original template. And I did that for the back cover here, and then I don't think you can see anything on the first page or the second page. I think, oh, the second page is where I made the spine of the book. But we're going to add a new page here, so that way it will be about the measurement of the actual pages inside the book. I think I'll still have to shrink it down a little bit to fit inside the margins, but that is fine. There's no huge worry there. So, same as we did last time, I'm going to import that same PNG into here. And then wait for it to load. And then again, use as background. And then this time we're going to click it and come over to reposition. And we're going to move it over this way. And then press done. And now I'm going to come in and add text. And I'm going to line them up with this and this, and also this. And I'm going to make them the same size. The only difference is they will all be black text rather than white text or pink text. And then I'll be back with you once I do that. Alrighty, so for the most part, I got them lined up. They won't line up perfectly because I had to mess with the image size when they were in Photopea rather than the font size. So they're impossible to get precisely correct unless I put them into Photopea and change them to the exact measurements that I did for these. Not going to do that. So I have the background clicked. I'm going to go up here and click remove. And now we have this. So now I'm going to go to download, get PNG, transparent background, start download. While that's doing that, I'm going to go ahead and open up the Word document, and I'll be back with you guys once that's all loaded. Alrighty, so the thing we need to update is my title page here. So I'm going to remove these. And then I'm going to go over to insert and add a picture, and I'm going to come over here because I don't remember what spoilers are in my image thing. So you're going to sit here while I find the thing that we just downloaded. There it is. Okay, so it should be okay. It looks like these line up with this, so everything should be okay there. So I'm going to square it and position it in the center. Beautiful. So there's our title page. Everything looks good. And then the only other thing we need to do, as far as I can recall, is the ISBN, which means that our next step is to open KDP. So I'm going to go ahead and get KDP actually loaded in and get signed in and all of that, and then I'll be with you guys in just a second. Alright, we are now on KDP. So here I'm signed in, so on and so forth. Create a new title, paperback. You can also just create a new ebook if the thing you're doing is an ebook. I'll eventually cover formatting for ebook and making a cover for ebook as well. Right now this is just the thing that I'm doing. We're gonna sign in again. It does make you sign in like 400 times while you're adding a new book, but that's fine. Not a huge deal. Definitely put up with worse. So I'm going to go ahead and put in my book title, which is Man of Darkness, but I'm going to need both hands. This is part of a series technically, but it's not, there's not like a number, so I'll have to see if you can do that, so I'll get to that as well. It's not an addition. This will be my first name, this will be my last name. Thank you. No other contributors. The description is the same thing that's on the back of it. This one, I need to add keywords. Probably won't do that until after I have the proof copies. And then I need to choose categories, and it's not adult content. So I'm going to fill in all of this stuff on my own here, and then I'll be back. Alright, so if this is your first time publishing with KDP, this might be intimidating to you, but you go with what your first thing is. For me, that's fiction. And since the last time I was on here, I'm pretty sure they've updated it, because I don't recall ever going into fantasy to get to paranormal, because generally people consider them different things. But now paranormal is a subset of fantasy on Amazon, and I do not recall having to click fantasy for Ashes in the Light, because I never would have. But yeah, paranormal is now under fantasy for some reason. And then I determined that this second one is a supernatural thriller. It's put my betas on edge and on the edge of their seat, so going with thriller. Saving that. It's not large print. This one is not the large print. And again, it doesn't contain anything there. I did not mean to violently shake you. I apologize. My elbow spasmed for a second there. I've got my description typed in here. Everything else is good. It didn't make me put in a number here, but we'll see if I have to once I move down. But I think everything else is clear. So save and continue. We'll see what it says. Because if I have to put a number there, sorry, I'll just remove the series title, but we'll see. Please fix the highlighted errors to continue. It's probably the number. It is. Yeah, it's, I would love to have that in there. I might just add it at the bottom of the book description or something. Yeah, I'm going to do that towards the end, though. I'm not going to worry about it right now. So again, save and continue. That says save successful, even though you can't see it. Okay, so I always get a free ISBN. You can buy your own elsewhere. I just do this because I only publish through KDP. So for me, I don't need an ISBN that allows me to distribute elsewhere. But if you want to distribute elsewhere, yes, you do need a different one, which is, it actually tells you, so you can't think they're being shifty, with another publisher or publishing service. So you can only use it for KDP. I apologize for the blurriness. I'm doing my best here. I wish I could screen record it, but it's just way too slow. So that is my ISBN, which is the thing that we need to finish off our document. So we open up Word again. I'm gonna zoom in for us. Beautiful. Come here, do that. So 9781, those are already correct. 694. Get rid of those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 8, 7, 4, 1, 1. And then this one is a 5. And then we get rid of that. And then with these, we can change this black back to black font. Beautiful. So as far as I know, everything is done now. I believe everything is all caught up. So, in the assumption that everything is done, I'm going to save it one last time. And then we're also going to save as PDF. Yes, that's in the correct spot. You want to do standard publishing, online, and printing. And just to make sure, I'm going to do this. I'm not one of those people who saves a new document every time that I make a change. So the only one that I have saved is Edit 8 because that's the only other important one for PDF. So this one is Man of Darkness Final unless we have to change something based on KDP. So again, publishing, online, and printing, publish. And then down here, it's going to start scanning to create the pages. So I'm going to go ahead and wait for that to happen, and then I'll be back with you. All right, so we're skipping this. This will be published once the book is published. This one is black and white paper. Select a different size. It is this one. And then no bleed. I'm going to do matte for this cover. I'm going to do glossy for the large font for the proofs, just so I can see which one I like better for this book. Both of them will end up being the same based on that decision later, but for now, this one will be matte, the large font will be glossy, just so you know. So this one, sometimes, full disclosure, yeah, okay, so that has actually changed. You used to be able to upload it as a PDF. That has since changed. Again, I apologize for that fly that just flew across the screen. So we'll upload the doc, I guess. No, there it is, using a formatted PDF. Okay, good. I was like, my God, why are they changing everything on me? It's been a long day, guys. So again, I need a better way to organize these. No, just open it. Thanks. This one. Sometimes this takes a while to upload, so I'll be back with you once it's done. Alrighty, so the upload is done. It's now processing. So then I'm going to go here. You can use the cover creator. I genuinely do not suggest it. It is the last thing I suggest. But if you can't make your own cover or can't have someone make one for you, try it, see what happens. I absolutely hate it. I cannot stand it. But I think that if you maybe start with this instead of like me, where I started with CreateSpace years ago, maybe it will be easier for you. But I cannot stand the cover creator. Maybe you're really lucky and they've updated it, but I'm not willing to find out. So for me, I'm going to leave this blank. No, I do not have a barcode. And then upload cover file. Going to tilt you this way because I don't know where it is and I don't want to reveal anything spoilery in my images. Oh God. This one. Okay. So now that's also going to upload, and then I'll need to wait for that to process, and then I'll be able to launch the reviewer and we'll check some stuff. So I'll see you in a few. Alright, so on here, the cover looks okay. Nothing important extends past the lines. Everything's in the spine where it should be. Nothing crosses the barcode, so on and so forth. We have this. Fonts are not properly embedded in your file. Pretty much always have that happen. It says, please check that your book still looks as intended. We've embedded them for you. It looks fine. And then it says that we've removed non-printable. Oh, what just happened there? I didn't click that. What are you talking about? Are you on drugs? According to this is page 179, which if that's true, there's an issue. Thank you. My God. Okay, so I'm going to scroll. That's not right. Is it? No. There should be a blank page here. I don't know. Okay, so these are blank, which is correct, but I think, yeah, okay, so now I just came back and there's a blank page here. What the fuck? Oh my God. Okay, so depending on, so yes, it's correct. It was just showing incorrectly the first time, because the first time there was a text here from the epilogue. Now it is correct. Because, well, welcome to KDP. That's why. So those are fine. Now I'm going to go back to the title page to make sure everything's fine. So, I don't know. Do I type 0? I never know what to type here. Perfect. So title page, we have Man of Darkness. We have my name spelled correctly. Man of Darkness, yada, yada, yada. Scroll to the thing. Let's check the title page, wherever the hell that is. There it is. Hellish, Courtney Ellsbury, Man of Darkness. And then let's look at our ISBN, wherever that may be. 9781694874115. That is correct. To prevent spine text from wrapping onto the front or back cover, make sure the text is completely inside the guidelines. Let's go check that again. As you can see, everything is inside that red line, which is great. Please check to prevent text from cutting off during manufacturing. Make sure it's completely inside the guides. If content is supposed to extend to the edge of the page, make sure there are no white gaps. So on the cover, you can see that the black spans all the way across, which is what it is supposed to do. It goes all the way to the edge. That is what you need it to do. If you use a template, that doesn't apply to me. So everything looks fine here, as far as I can tell, which is a step in the right direction. Oh my God. I'm going to click approve because I'm not going to go through this right now. I can always come back if I want to, if I absolutely want to later. But as far as I know, everything should be normal now, despite that weird issue that was happening at the end for a few there, but everything should be fine. So, no. What the hell is that? When did that happen? Okay, so, no, everything is not correct. Do you see that? Man of Darkness, Man of Darkness. One of those is supposed to be my name. So, we will exit print previewer. Do not approve it. Exit. And I'm not going to do it right now. I'm tired. I want to go back to the living room. I want to get some writing done. And I just want to sit on a heating pad on my back and chill out. So, I will fix that tomorrow on the Word document. I will export it as a PDF again. I will upload it to here again. We'll go from there. It's not starting over, but it's still doing something over. So, at least it appears that that's the only thing wrong right now. So, I'll do that. I'll fix that. And I will see you guys tomorrow.